Hello, artists. I'm so excited to present to you a sculpture opportunity looking at this artist, Andy Goldsworthy. I'm really glad that I thought of Andy Goldsworthy. I forgot how much I love this guy's art, and I think you will too. He is known for using nature and natural things for his art. He sees the poetry in everyday nature, and he goes out and uses things that he finds and arranges them in a sculpture. These things are, he never uses any string or glue. So these floating sticks you're looking at here, he did not tie them together or glue them together. He was very careful about balancing that. So one of his earliest artworks is this one, where he just spent all day running back and forth on the beach, collecting the stones and arranging them in a straight line. It's jarring and interesting because they're natural things, but they're arranged in a straight line, and straight lines are not natural. So it really is interesting. I also want to bring your attention to the elements and principles, the elements of art and the principles of design. So what you're looking at here is a line, and the line is in contrast to nature. And that's what makes it so interesting. He was also interested in the idea that these natural artworks are not permanent. They disappear. And the next day, the tide came in and this rock formation was gone. The only thing is left is this photo. He liked that. He thought it was poetic. He thought that these artworks, that nature is not permanent, just like we're not permanent. And he liked the idea of his artwork being temporary. Here's another one he did. He did this with ice. And at the very end of the slideshow, there is a YouTube video attached where you can see him working on this piece. He collected icicles and broke them into little straight lines, which he connected. Remember, I told you no glue. He actually licked the bottom of them so that they were wet and kind of stuck them together, and then made this ice sculpture. When the sun came up, it lit it up with, again, we have a line, and we have the use of contrast, the brightness of the glowing sun against the dark background. Okay, here again, we've got contrast, and we've got a line that is creating emphasis on the shape of the trunk, the roots of this tree. He's also got a little bit of the use of value where we're fading from light to dark within the leaves. He collected the leaves and he arranged them like that. He did this one too, and he made not a line this time, he went with a shape. And I read that how he did this was he collected a whole bunch of leaves, red ones and brown ones. He found a brown and a red that looked about the same size, ripped the red one in half, spit on it, and then stuck it to the dark leaf so that it looked like you had one leaf that was two different colors. I do not recommend that you spit on anything out in nature right now. It's not sanitary. But if you wanted to use a little water, a cup of water to make things stick together, you could. Okay. Then one of Andy Goldsworthy's biggest themes is he created these black holes. He thought that was really interesting and symbolic and beautiful. So here he's dug a hole, he's arranged yellow in a circle around it, and then he's gradually chosen leaves that have a value, a change in value scale from light to dark around. So you could say here we've got contrast from the dark soil to the bright leaves. You've got a value scale. You're creating a shape or a space. All of those things are elements of art and principles of design. He loves a circle. He did this again with sticks, with the balancing sticks. This one he waded out into a lake, and it's the reflection of the lake that makes it look like a circle when really it's just a half circle. He did the same thing to this tree. He revisited this tree, this exact tree, lots of times and made art around it in different ways, which is interesting. But arranging different sizes of sticks so that they are a variety of sticks, but they're unified, going around in a circle, creating a shape or an empty space there. And then we have the element of form, where he has found stones and stacked them to create this form, which is again, we've got contrast to the background that it leaps out, the green and the orange, but also unified to the surroundings because he has used natural elements from the earth that he found. So you can tell it belongs there. All right, guys, this is on your YouTube video. I'm going to let you look at this at your own time. You can see Andy Goldsworthy as he is working and watch him talk about his art. And here's your challenge. 1, you need to go outside, collect a bunch of natural items, arrange them into an interesting way. Remember your elements of art: line, shape, space. Think about your principles of design. How can you create emphasis or contrast? Take a good picture of your sculpture, post it to Artsonia under Goldsworthy, and don't forget to write your statement. Analyze your work with the elements of art and the principles of design. And most of all, have fun. Enjoy that, guys. I hope that that is a fun challenge for you. Get out there, enjoy some of the sunshine, be creative, and inspired by Andy Goldsworthy.